The objective today is add and subtract decimals. To add or subtract decimals, first step is to line up the decimal points vertically. Fill in any zeros where is necessary. Step number 2, add or subtract the numbers as if they were whole numbers. Don't forget to place the decimal point in the sum or difference so that it lines up vertically with the numbers being added or subtracted. Let's do some examples. Add 3.19 plus 0.014. So the first step is to align the numbers vertically, one on top of the other. So I am going to align the decimals, one on top of the other, and the place values. So as you can see, I have here a missing place value, so I'm going to add a 0 there. Then I'm going to add the numbers. 0 plus 4 is 4. 1 plus 1 is 10, so I carry on that 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. The decimal point drops down vertically. And then 3 plus 0 is 3. So the answer is 3.204. Try this one in your notebook. Let's do another example. Now we are doing a subtraction. So I have 5.13 minus 1.08. As you can see, I aligned the place values and the decimal points vertically, one on top of each other. Here, there's no necessary zeros to write because I don't have any missing place value. So I just start subtracting normally. So 3 minus 8, I cannot subtract 3 minus 8, so I need to borrow from this one. So this 1 becomes a 0, this 3 becomes a 13. Then 13 minus 8, that will be 5. 0 minus 0, that's just 0. The decimal point just dropped here vertically. And then 5 minus 1 is 4. So final answer is 4.05. Try this one. Let's do another subtraction. I have 9.21 minus 0.405. Here is very important that you put that 0 in that missing place value. So now that I fill up my 0, I am going to start subtracting. So 0 minus 5, you cannot do that. So you need to borrow from this one. This 1 becomes a 0, and this 0 becomes a 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. 0 minus 0 is just 0. 2 minus 4, you cannot do that, so you need to borrow from this 9. So this 9 becomes an 8. This 2 becomes a 12. 12 minus 4 is 8. Decimal just drops down, and then 8 minus 0 is just 8. So final answer is 8.805. Try this one on your own. When you have a mathematical expression with different operations, we still need to apply the order of operations. So if I want to do these operations, I need to do addition and subtraction, whatever I see from left to right first. So I need to do the subtraction first. So I am going to align my decimals. So I'm going to do 13.45 minus 0.068. Don't forget to align the decimal points vertically, the place values. As you can see, I need to write a 0. It's a necessary 0 in that place value, especially because we are subtracting, and then you subtract carefully. So 0 minus 8, you cannot do that, so you need to borrow from that 5. So this 0 becomes a 10. 10 minus 8 is 2. 4 minus 6, you cannot do that, so you need to borrow from this 4. So now you have 14. 14 minus 6 is 8. And then 3 minus 0 is 3. 3 minus 0 is 3. And then that 1. Now I need to add, last step, 7.96. So I am going to align my 7.96 and add them up. There's an empty space here, so if you want, you can write your 0, and then you start adding. 0 plus 2 is just 2. 8 plus 6 is 14. And then 9 plus 1 is 10 plus 3 is 13. And then 7 plus 3 plus that carry on is 11. Don't forget the decimal. And then 1 plus 1 is 2. So my final answer is 21.342. Try this one on your own. This is a real life situation, and we are going to have some of these questions where you need to read carefully and understand if you need to add or subtract. So let's read together. Houston's H-E-B Thanksgiving parade is in the shape of a trapezoid. It begins and ends at the same location. How many kilometers does a float travel in the parade?